Hey guys, Matt Jones in Seoul in a friend's cafe. It's the 9th of March, which makes it the 68th day of what I'm calling 100 Days to Harvest. And I just met a really interesting guy who I'll hopefully speak with again tomorrow and bring him to you guys in a short interview. He is an urban designer and he's written some interesting ideas. And I just wanted to talk about those today. Basically, this is a project exploring the story of friendship between Australia and Korea. And I'm not a Korean linguist, but I do have an interest in words. I think language and words are really important because they communicate, obviously, ideas. How they communicate ideas is the most interesting thing. And what I find interesting about Korean language is how it puts together different nouns and then uses the device of syntax to create a verb out of them. So the ending to a word can be added to basically transform a noun into a verb. I think it's a great device which we don't really see to the same extent apart from sort of more contemporary colloquial excuses in English. And to my mind, it helps to better explain the idea of something. And here I'm referring to words that talk about community, collaboration, working together, which I think are to some degree at the heart of the project Friendship Tree. The Friendship Tree is sort of an abstract concept. It's more of an idea than a thing. The Friendship Tree exists in how we relate to each other rather than being a physical structure. We can make a physical structure look like it, but of course that's only a representation. But it's the idea behind Friendship Tree that's important. So the interesting thing about Korean language, looking at Korean language from English, is we get to see words that we're familiar with in a greater dimension. So for example, one word that he mentioned is here, which is maul, which means community or like neighborhood, village. And then another word here is golmo, which means like an alley or a small street. So it's basically a laneway and what happens in that laneway. So rather than just the actual direction or the mapping of where that laneway exists, it's actually I think it is actually what happens there. And similarly, defining a community is because of the function it performs, rather than saying on a map this space is actually community. And I think that is important for us to look at in terms of the concept of Friendship Tree, whether we're talking about business or people who have a relationship. It is to some degree connected in geography, and that's important because it helps to give us some context in terms of what that friendship looks like. That's a little bit maybe extravagant in terms of an explanation of a simple idea, but I think that's an important concept to sort of think through as we're looking at what is the story of friendship between Australia and Korea. What does it actually look like? So as we're getting closer to the end of this 100 days, I'm starting to get a better feel for how to tell this story of friendship between Australia and Korea. I'm looking forward to you being part of that and for you to share your stories so you can be part of that narrative, create that narrative. Because I think it's a simple story, but it's also quite rich in complexity. So 2 themes, hopefully we'll tease out tomorrow, one of communities and schools, and the other one looking at small laneways, the small places where people experience life, what they're like. So look at them tomorrow, but that's what I've got for today. Thanks for listening.